So after you finish one, screenplay, how do you go about, you've been able to get it to either directors or producers? What would be a good approach in that?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did you have didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. Yeah, well, like I said, when we first started, we naively went to this pitch fest, and I know those specific things don't happen anymore. But we do now have things that didn't exist, when I was starting, like the blacklist, for example. So if you're really in a position of not having any inroads in the industry, I think that's a pretty good route. I've never done it myself because it only came into existence after I had already sort of gotten into the system. But I do know people that have put scripts on the blacklist. They've been discovered. They have sold things, have had films produced, gotten representation through that channel. So I do think that's a pretty legit way to get your stuff out there at this point. Contests are also a path. I think they're less reliable because even coming in quarterfinals in a contest isn't going to move the needle for a lot of people. If you win one of the big three, the Nickel Fellowship, the Austin Film Fest, or maybe Page Awards is the third, then you can get some attention. But obviously, winning is a long shot. Top 10 in Nickels or semifinals in Nickel tends to get a little bit of attention. But so those are real long shot odds in contests, but they're still, if you don't have any other way, then I still think it's viable. And it's also just a great way to know where you stand. Because if you're entering contests and you're not coming in at least in the quarterfinals, hopefully semifinals, and it's a strong sign that, the work may not be where it needs to be.